Hello, I'm a PX3 and welcome back to videos. They have some Minecraft console news to share with you all, and it regards both versions of the game, i.e. the brand new version, the beta builds and stuff like that, but also regarding title updates for Minecraft on the PS3, because there was another update which just released for the PlayStation 3, as well as an update which released for the Xbox One beta, and I figured I'd talk about both in today's video. The first one because it's not too interesting in itself, but it raises the big update name question, and the second one because it's a really big update, perhaps the biggest update I've seen ever for any Minecraft console version, and I want to talk about both in today's video. Hopefully you do all enjoy. You can like if you do because it helps out the channel a lot, and listening you do like learning about the latest Minecraft news. I want to see more of it every single time it does come out. Again, it's the best way to let me know you want to see more news, but let's get straight into talking about the very first thing, which is the newest update for the PlayStation 3. It's a very big update, it's huge I would say, because as you can see, changelog for patch 1.58 was fixed for missing Glide Myths track pack. So even if you bought the Glide Myths track pack on the PlayStation 3, it wasn't showing up on the store. This is a very strange bug, and the PS3 seems to be having more and more of these strange, weird bugs, like things just not appearing. This is like the fourth single, fix update they've had in quite some time, and that is patch 1.58, and it came out, as you can tell, just today. So that's the big update, and the name of this update is kind of confusing because you might want to call it TU58, except TU58 actually means title updates for the Minecraft on the 360, because any 360 update is called a title update, but then you might say, no Toycat, well actually title updates also include other consoles updates, because a while back they decided that a PS4 update counted as a TU, so did a PS3 update, and this meant that there was missing TUs, even though they didn't come out in 360, which meant we skipped from like TU49 to 51 for instance. However, since then they haven't skipped title updates for the PS3 updates. Again, this is confusing, but they've gone back to their previous system where any update on the 360 is a TU, which means the next update will be title update 58, and this is just patch 1.58. That's really confusing, and I know that's just how that kind of thing is, but title update 58 is going to be coming out at some point in the future, I'd guess sometime this September, but that's not right now, and now we know. The update name is way more controversial than the update itself, but if you have a PlayStation 3 and you wanted to play those maps, well, you've got them now. However, the way bigger thing in my opinion is the update which came out for the beta build of the Minecraft Xbox One. So they've been working crazy hard on this, it seems, because this is the biggest patch list I've ever shown you. I can't even show you it all on one page, like it's not possible. I can show you across like 6 pages, and even then they're really tiny, so we're just going to skim through them because I could read each one of these, but you don't have 20 minutes, let's kind of just skim through and show you what's happened here. So as you can see, they've made some tweaks. The first one is to make water breathing and night vision kind of work a bit better when you're underwater. That's a big thing, and I think that came from the console, which is kind of nice. The second thing is they rebalanced most of the game's sound effects and music, such as rain being more quiet. Again, kind of important because it matches console a bit better. Makes it less annoying, which is a good thing because rain is just like I really hate rain with all my heart, as you can probably quite well tell. And then also we've got added sound effects for placing IF enders into portal frames and opening the end portal. So this is a console feature. They added a couple of updates back, and now they're adding it into this version, which is good because they're really trying to add in all the features that are missing, as you can tell from those tweaks. So then we've got a bunch of fixes for bugs. Some of these are bugs and some of them are kind of changes in their own right, but as you can see, there's a giant list. You can pause it as we go past each one because maybe that's your thing, but I'm just going to kind of skip through the more important ones in my opinion. Such as stuff like improved chunk generation and rendering. So the game should perform a little bit better, which is always good news. I ran into quite a few frame rate dips. I know a lot of you have as well. This is a beta build and it looks like it's something they did fix, so that's a very generic one, but it's something they said they've done, so I believe they've done it. Then we've got as we go on to the second page here, it's got some exciting stuff such as like, oh yeah, creepers won't explode if they can't see you. That's kind of a big one because then you can actually block the line of sight to stop the creeper if it's mid-explode, just about to explode I should say. Then you can also do, one of the most interesting ones actually was the fact that glazed terracotta blocks can be pushed but no longer pulled by sticky pistons. I didn't know that was like intentional behavior, but it's apparently one that they had to fix right there. And then if you move on to this next list over here, you can see there's a whole bunch more. Again, this is a 6-page list, but let's just kind of show you through this one. Again, you can pause and look at any of the individual ones here. Well, there's a bunch of bug fixes for really common bugs. One of which was note to me was the fact that now you can scroll up twice in chat. You can read your old messages and you can copy them without crashing your entire game. But also falling in one block of water will no longer inflict damage. There's no weird glitches to do with that. Again, I think that's important. Then also we move on to this next one over here. Then as you can see, there's corrections for hitboxes. There's correction for a bunch of commands, which is kind of nice to see, such as the /XP command, the /replace command, the /fill command, all having slight bug fixes, as well as maps for the Xbox One edition. When you had an old imported map, that map will now display a lot better on the new version, which I think is kind of great. Speaking of maps, one of the really great changes, especially for creative players, is the fact that maps will receive when the starting map is enabled, will now have zoom level 3/4, which means they'll look like they did before, or at least less like they did previously, because now when you started a brand new map, when you start with a brand new world, you open your map and you realize like, oh, I can see literally less than my render distance will show me, like the full map just fills in entirely, whereas now you'll be able to actually, see some distance, explore some distance, and work it out. I think that's really important, and I think that's kind of a big deal. Then, as you can see, they also made it so cloning a command block over an existing command block will properly replace the command. Kind of a cool one if you ask me. Then finally, just another big collection of like fixes, such as clouds running through glass, such as crafting status, such as, you know, beds being blown up, leaving an invisible one block remnant in the world. There's so many of these weird, you know, little bugs that they've been fixing, and I think that's kind of great that they've gone through so many. Like, it's kind of hard to even work out what they fixed. Again, you're gonna have to kind of pause for each one of these, and I wanted to kind of ask, because if each beta build is this big, which they very well could be, you know, with the next one, we know it's adding coordinates, but it's probably gonna fix a bunch more. You know, maybe not. But either way, like, regardless of how big it is, do you want me to cover updates when they're this big, one by one, or do you want me to kind of filter through and work out which ones probably interest you? Such as, if you look down at the bottom here, you can see pressing the X button on the hotbar will now clear the hotbar, not take half a stack. That's such a big deal because it just sucked before. They made both the Pocket Edition and the Console Edition better by taking the old Console Edition's variant, and I think it's really good news to hear stuff like that. And if I just read for each one of these, like, oh, redstone dust will now visually show its proper state when active, and paper will no longer be lost when enlarging a map using an anvil while the Pocket UI is enabled. You know, like really specific stuff like that, compared to something which can affect everyone all the time who plays creative at least. Let me know what you think about, you know, like how you think these strings should go, because personally, I'm leaning on the side of like, I'm gonna filter through these ones, show you all of them if you really want to like read individually, but I think it's more important to talk about the big ones and then just say a bunch of bug fixes, because honestly, most of these bugs aren't too interesting. It's great they've happened, and I think it's amazing they did 6 pages worth in the past, like, what, week and a half, but it's still worth mentioning that that's what's going on. Hopefully you'll enjoy this video, like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here, because I make Minecraft news every single time it does come out for both Minecraft console and also Minecraft not console. Well, Minecraft console edition and Minecraft that happens to be on consoles, but it's still totally called Minecraft. So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one later today, which will be a Let's Play. Bye.